mass internal revolt.
Humphrey Hawksley looks back now on the rise and the fall of Colonel Gaddafi.
1969, and cheering crowds as the young Colonel Gaddafi seizes power from the monarchy in a bloodless coup. He ruthlessly entrenched his dictatorship and proclaimed himself as champion of oppressed people everywhere. His mechanism was repression at home and violence abroad. In London in 1984, someone inside the Libyan embassy opened fire on demonstrators outside, killing policewoman Yvonne Fletcher. 2 years on, and Gaddafi was blamed for the bombing of a Berlin nightclub filled with American troops. The United States hit back with airstrikes. The Libyan leader made clear he was not buckling.
The whole world witnesses this official terrorism being practiced by the Americans, and Libya cannot be patient forever.
Then came Lockerbie. Libya was blamed for bringing down the Pan Am airliner over Scotland in 1988. 2 Libyan agents were named, and to begin with, Gaddafi refused to hand them over, and he faced sanctions, confirming his reputation over the years as a dictatorial pariah. He became more and more eccentric, moulding his ideology of Islamic socialism while protected by elite female bodyguards. He even called a chaotic press conference while driving a tractor. Oil money and fear made his grip seemingly unassailable. But with an oil price drop and the Iraq invasion, he changed course. The Lockerbie suspects were handed over for trial. He joined America's war on terror and gave up his nuclear weapons program. For a time, Gaddafi was internationally courted, an ally of sorts, inspiring hope for peaceful, orderly reform.
If a country is prepared to say, we want to put the past behind us, we want to give up chemical and nuclear weapons capability, we want to cease our ties with terrorist groups, then we should be willing to open up to that.
But Gaddafi's rule was more fragile than thought. No longer feared, no longer indestructible, the people took him on. February 2011, a sculpture of his green book, The Doctrine of His Rule. No more. More than 40 years in power, a maverick who controlled through violence until a force of human anger backed by Western firepower finally turned against him. Humphrey Hawksley, BBC News.
Well,